What's good? Mad Peel. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the notifications. Also subscribe to the channel, Mad Peel. Subscribe to Mad Peel. Mad Peel got the good news for you. Not the news, but the good news. And we dissect what these celebrities say. We don't get into the gossip and none of that. None of the messy stuff. If I make fun of them, I make fun of them. But we're going to get into the message of what goes down of things. Whatever happens in Hollywood or popular talk. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit that notifications. We're going to jump right into it. For those of y'all who care about the DL Hughley and Monique, here's a little taste. Shout out to Forgotten Kings. Forgotten Kings, go subscribe to Forgotten Kings. Doing the thing. Here's an update. Now, this is for y'all who haven't seen DL Hughley response to Monique. And after that, we're gonna play Monique's response to DL Hughley. And then we're gonna go to the lesson. Not the messiness, the lesson out of this. Now here you go.
Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a wait set. And so Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she said she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints. I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't because I respected her wishes. She's a liar. It's also befuddles the shit out of me how somebody who as a comedian talks as much shit about everybody else as she does, she has the temerity to be offended about anything as much shit as you say about people. Then she encouraged everybody, allegedly it stems from the fact that I used to always talk shit about her on video after video, and she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that because Monique is a liar. She's lying about that. But what you will find is Monique talking shit about some alleged contract dispute we had. Look at the ticket. It says DL Hughley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was, and Monique bought that shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying motherfucker. She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't with you? How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real, except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay? And FYI, daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history because that's what Monique does. She complains and she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never see her being sweet and warm to people, except when she's using it to butter somebody up to get something. There's a reason why everywhere she goes, shit starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody f***s with you, not even your family? How do you, or I was on the road, get it. I get it every goddamn week. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still managed to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. Because all you do is talk about your grievances and who did you wrong. There's a reason you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you. It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to.
We did. We're going to wait for y'all to come on in, my babies. We ain't done this in a long time.
We ain't done it in a long time.
We ain't done it in a long time, Daddy. Look, y'all don't even understand why we smiling so hard, because we was able to get it set up. We was able to push the button. Hey, come on now. We want you babies to come on in here. First of all, how y'all doing? It's been a minute, my babies. It's been a minute. Life been lifing. Life been lifing. Where we at, Daddy?
What do you mean?
Okay, yeah, I think it's enough babies in there.
All right.
Let's go get it. Come on.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We just wanted to take a few minutes to address a couple of things that have taken place after the Club Shay Shay interview. Much love to Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
Good brother. Thank you for allowing Monique to come on the platform, be a listening ear, continue success on what it is that you're doing. Thank you for being a real one.
Yeah, baby. Thank you. Thank you.
We wanted to address first and foremost our brother, DL Hughley.
Mm.
And we are firm believers on what is right and what is wrong.
Yes.
So we got to start off by saying there was an inaccuracy as it regards Monique saying that there was a cease and desist that was given to DL to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
What had taken place, to be accurate, was after Monique spoke to Brother DL on that conversation, Brother DL said, what?
Well, after we spoke on that conversation, when we hung up that phone, the last thing he said was, it is what it is. And I said, DL, then we're going to have to get our attorney involved. That's the last thing me and DL Hughley said on that conversation.
And after having that conversation with Monique, we went and got our attorney involved, Attorney Anderson. At the time, there were some emails that were transferred back and forth between his side and our side, and it escalated to a point when we had our attorney on the email, whereby then finally DL said that he would scratch the interview.
Yes.
So it was inaccurate that a cease and desist had to be given. However, that was the next step, and that's what Monique remembered, because when I discussed it with her, we said that would be the next step. But to DL's credit, at that moment, when it had escalated, that's when he decided to shut it down. However, that is a bit different from how it seemed to have been communicated, whereby on the phone, they were having a conversation and it was kumbaya. Though he never used those words, kumbaya, it did not end with her being under the impression that this was going to be resolved and shut down. So we wanted to make that clear out of love and respect for Brother DL. And despite all the commentary that he gave, with all the crunches she be doing, the captain's in the front.
I do.
And
I do.
Tell me.
I'm a sneak snacker, baby.
And she doesn't sneak when she snacks.
Okay. Hey.
But nonetheless, we wanted to be clear, because at the end of the day, we Black folks in this world of entertainment, and there was a level of harshness in his return that seemed a little bit exaggerated for the moment. And we wanted to make it clear, and I think Monique can do it best when she speaks in reference to what she meant while talking about DL in the past.
You know, when I watched DL say, she went after my wife, she went after my daughters, I want to really be clear who I went after so that there's no confusion here. When I was on stage, when I'm on stage and we are performers, we are performing to the audience in front of us. When I was on that stage and I said, it must be hard to perform oral sex.
But differently.
Okay, on a coward. That had nothing to do with Mrs. Hughley. That insult was directed straight to you, DL. That had nothing to do with your wife. That was straight to you. So it felt like you were trying to pass it off as if I was going after your wife. When it comes to your daughter, to the baby that you did a post about, you did an interview about, I didn't do that interview. I simply reposted what you said. So when you say, Monique, you went after my daughter, that's untrue, DL. I posted what you said. And then when you said when you were really going for it with your shades on, and you said, Monique said, I stood by and watched my daughter be raped. DL Hughley, that's your conscience talking to you, brother. I never said that. I never said that. And I want to be a little clear about something else. Never would I try to do anything to harm any of your babies, because we got babies too. So never would I try to do anything to harm your children. However, what I was saying to your daughter and to the other daughters out there, I know what it's like for your daddy to know you've been touched and he not protect you, because my daddy did the same thing. That's what that whole point was. But I was showing why I would call you a coward, brother. I don't think it's brave that you didn't protect your baby. So when I said what I was saying, let me be clear to you, DL Hughley, it had nothing to do in reference to your family, and you know that. Now, when you were speaking and you were going off and you said, what did you say? She was so offended by the game we play, but you didn't say what the offense was. And that's the part for me that is disheartening, that you continue to try to trick and smoke and mirror our people. If you're going to say it all the way through. When you say family is sacred, you are absolutely right, baby. You're right. But when you say would my husband rather, and you co-sign your team of people doing that, well, isn't my husband sacred? So you got to be careful in your words, because the very words you use, DL, they're going to come back, and they're coming back to bite you, baby. And what I also said on Club Shay Shay, when I looked in that camera, I said, DL, I love you, brother. And I don't know if you didn't hear that part, but we really do. We love you, brother. And if ever you get courageous enough to want to have a conversation, we're always open to it, because doing that, it shows how our community can get better. When you're wrong, as we have said to you, hey, brother, we apologize on that one.
Yeah, incorrect on the cease and desist. And I want to add one more thing. When you spoke in reference to your daughter being a reason why Monique stopped speaking about it, what you don't even understand, out of love for you, see, you can have a problem with your brother, but you're not going to take it out on the kids. And we respected the fact that she tried to defend you, but we got 3 big ass sons that if we were to think about it in the same way that she thought about it, what would that be? But out of love for you, we're not going to go after your child trying to protect the father that she loves. But one could argue, based upon what you said about yourself, had you exhibited the same type of love and protection for your other daughter that your other daughter tried to exhibit towards you, there never would have been the commentary that you made about yourself. And I liken it to Brother Corey Holcomb. who I don't know, but I got a lot of respect for him because I heard him say something in an interview. He spoke about how Earthquake's son had came to one of his shows, and the young man was hesitant about introducing himself or reintroducing himself because of the rift between his father and himself. And Brother Corey was like, come on, man, no. You come over here and I'm going to give you love, because that was between your father and I. And it made him reconsider the whole thing and reach back out to an old friend. In my humble opinion, that's what real men do. We come from the old school. We're not going to have no problem with your children because we love them and we love you and we want y'all to win. Not at the expense of the community, though, being demeaned in order to get followers. But from the standpoint of if we come together, we're going to win just by default. So at the end of the day, when you get to talking about how Monique is not loved and this, that, and the other, that's your perception. But what I'll say is it is due to the love that we have that we're able to love those that say things that could be construed as hurtful, but we understand that the old saying of hurt people. So we don't take what you say personally, brother. And again, it's nothing but love. In addition to the fact, I'm Q Sci-Fi, just like you, except I've been in about 29 going on 30 years. I'm not going to argue with you, frat. Ain't nothing but love. So we wanted to extend that to you and let you know what it is. And again, if you ever want to speak, let's have a real conversation. But people needed to know where the confrontation on stage began, and it was from that day.
It was from that day. And once you own that day, DL, guess what, baby? We'll be good. Now, talking about we're gonna be good.
Talking about we're going to be good and talking about taking ownership.
I want to talk to my babies at the Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
I want to talk to my babies at the Breakfast Club. Listen, oftentimes people don't know what a genuine apology will do. They don't even understand. It allows us to say, we accept that apology and we move forward, because today, y'all own that. Today, Charlemagne, today, Envy, y'all own that. And I want to speak to my baby, Jess Hilarious.
Come on.
I want to speak to you, little sister. And let me speak to DJ and Leonard first. Okay, because I'm not going to do the nicknames. She's a beautiful asset sitting in that seat. Mm-hmm. And she's going to bring something very special to that show. And I know the community is agreeing with what I'm saying right now, because what that sister did when she sat in that seat, she was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see for years. For years. And just that baby sitting there with nothing but honesty and said, no, we got to deal with this, y'all. We got to deal with this, y'all. You don't understand what that baby's bringing to that show. Because what she's not going to be bringing is, let's knock down, drag them out. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And because you babies owned it and you apologize.
We love you. And we loved you then. Not mad. And want y'all to win.
That's all. That's all. So if we start pumping out that positivity into our community, if we start speaking about the greatness that we are and the greatness that we're doing, guess what's going to happen? Now, do we still have to bring some to the mat and ring the doorbell, ding dong? Yes, we do. But we don't love them no less, because at any given time, we could be brought to the mat, ding dong.
Well, we make it a point of not messing with people that's not messing with us. And we hope that today for you guys, the feeling that Charlemagne got, Brother Leonard received from the community by big upping him for apologizing. It's kind of like a movie we used to watch with the kids called Monsters, Inc. where they would go in,
Yes.
they would scare the people for power. But then they found out laughter created more power. Y'all have the power to heal.
Mm.
Use it. Use it to heal. Use it to help folks. Don't hurt folks. Because what happens is, one of the greatest gifts we can have is going in our community and getting the love from our people. Forget highly weird, because it's weird. Getting the love from our people. So we are proud of you. And I'm emotional about it because I'm happy that y'all got an opportunity to do that for yourselves. And we love y'all, brothers and sisters. And just hilarious, keep that going. Keep that going, because you are a great addition, because there were others that would have sat in that seat and would not have said a word. So nothing but love and respect for y'all.
You gotta love putting on a show a little bit, fake crying. You know.
And one last thing. Thank you, Charlamagne, for not calling a brother daddy.
Okay. Hey.
Thank you for not calling me daddy. You did the right thing, and you didn't owe me an apology. It was Monique. So we love y'all.
You know, and we said before we came on that we was not going to be long, and we were just going to say, you know, what we needed to say. But I want to say to our community, don't give up on us.
In terms of our community.
Yes, don't give up. Don't give up on your relationships. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. You got to keep going and keep pushing and keep standing strong. Don't give up on your love. Please hear me, and I'm talking right to the sisters. Don't give up on your love. Don't give up on that man that's treating you in a way that you ain't never been treated. Don't give up on that man that's loving your babies, and some of them may not even be his. Don't give up on that man that is taking your shit.
Or woman.
Or woman. And still standing strong with you. Don't give up, y'all. So when people say, why does he have to be there? Because he makes me better. He makes me stronger. He makes me happier. He's made me a better mother, a better wife, a better friend, a better entertainer. He makes me better. So listen, y'all, if y'all got somebody that is making you better, if y'all got somebody that's hanging in there with you when you know goddamn well you should have been dropped off, be unafraid to hold on to him. Be unafraid. Is it challenging to grow up? It's challenging. It is, especially when we've been taught some shit all of our lives and we've seen it. It can be challenging. That is why, DL Hughley, I have no hate in my heart for you, brother. When I see you walking through the airport with a support dog, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, brother, if you have to have this.
Why are you going after the people?
What was it shot?
Why?
It ain't necessary. Be funny without all of that. And when we speak about Oprah, when we speak about Tyler, when we speak about CBS, we're not speaking about them to call them out. We're speaking to call them up, because the same way that the Breakfast Club was able to say, I'm sorry, the same way Brother Lee Daniels was able to go across the stage and apologize, the same way that we were able to say, we are sorry, it was inaccurate about the cease and desist, is the same way that Oprah, who teaches master classes, well, sometimes we got to love enough. We got to love the teacher enough to sit them down and say, it's time for you to be a student again. Tyler Perry, it's like, brother, the world heard you on audio. saying you were wrong. You cost our family tens of millions of dollars. We don't hate you. We love you because you were trying to do the right thing. But as Gayle King said when she did that interview about Kobe Bryant, certain people suggested that she just stay quiet, but she couldn't. Don't listen to people that tell you to stay quiet when you've done what you weren't supposed to do, when you've done wrong. Speak up, acknowledge it, because it helps us help the community. And guess what? We are only human beings. We are only human beings. And we got to let you know we love you enough because we know that's all y'all are too, despite people making y'all think y'all are more than that.
That's it, my babies. That's it. And, you know, we have always spoke about when it ain't been fair, but we try to make sure we speak about when it is fair. We try to make sure we speak about when people do say, you know what, let me show you what I'm about. And I want to talk to y'all about our brother, Cat Williams. Now, y'all know that is my fraternal twin brother, non-biological, okay? And I want to tell y'all about my twin brother, Cat Williams, baby. Guess what? I'm going to be joining my brother, my twin brother, Cat Williams, on the Dark Matter Tour. So I'm excited. We are excited. I cannot wait to see y'all. Connecticut. I see y'all tomorrow night with our brother, Cat Williams. Albany, New York with our brother, Cat Williams. And I'll say this too. And I told him this. I said, for as funny and as talented as you are, your heart is far bigger.
Real talk.
And that brother done touched our community, baby, in ways that he's never even talked about. Those are the real ones.
Because as they say, real G's move in silence.
Oh.
That said.
Well, give me a kiss on that one.
What you say?
My
love
name,
y'all.
Oh, I was going to say my name is Monique.
Did you tell me they know who you are?
I did, Daddy.
Okay.
Shit, I forgot. We love y'all for real, my babies.
Thank y'all.
Well, hey, that was a lot. I mean, Monique portray like she is, should held your words to be held accountable for. But she get and talks about DL Hughley. DL Hughley responds like real fast, okay? And she didn't, she's trying to persuade herself, her and her husband, like they realists and they're not being treated fair. Monique, I'm gonna tell y'all something about Monique. Y'all think Monique is real? Nah, Monique, she for handouts. She want a handout. She all about fair instead of work. You work the hardest. That's what you do. You work the hardest. She blamed Netflix for not fair pay. I've been on Monique's side for the most part, but Monique is toxic. She's very toxic. No matter how much of the unfairness she's saying is in Hollywood, she not getting the roles that she used to get back in it offered. So she try to play fairness, blaming Tyler Perry, even Kevin Hart, if you've seen Club Shay Shay. She blaming everybody. And like DL Hughley said, she's sitting back and she ain't writing nothing. And her next flicks was trash. Monique is very manipulative. Very manipulative. And you will be portrayed by her words. She's like the Medea. Monique is Medea. She looked, it's like a splitting image of Medea. Monique wants things to be fair. Was I a big fan of Monique? No, I wasn't a big. She was good and precious. That's all I. Far as comedy, I don't judge. If you funny, you funny, whether you a man or a woman. I didn't find Monique that funny. She's a good philosopher. She's a good actor. And I believe that Monique is using her acting skills in these posts. She's using her acting skills. She's coming with her best. Y'all don't know whether or not what to believe, what's real and what's not in order to go viral. Y'all, we don't know what's real and what's not. A lot has come out against Charleston White and off the stuff that we don't know what was real or not. A lot of this stuff is plays on social media. And I'm gonna tell y'all about Monique. Monique is a good preacher. Her and her husband, they good preachers. Talk about love. It's about that first. They're using this to manipulate people. That's a manipulator. DL Hughley coming straight up. He came with a response of what you said on Club Shay Shay. But my take, this is a lesson on this. Monique is a manipulator. She's a master manipulator. She try to manipulate to get what she wants. I mean, Monique is a good actor. I mean, she's a good entertainer. I wouldn't say comedian, but she's a good entertainer. And she's funny. Like, it's good to see Monique in a movie. I would love, black movies, love to see Monique. Soul Plane, those little bootleg movies, that Monique right there. But to deserve a Dave Chappelle pay, Monique, no. Hell no. If you want to go in fairness, and you got your hubby supporting you, which is cool. I'm all about black love. But I think that Monique is a manipulator. Very manipulative. Yeah, the industry is cold-hearted. She's right. They cold-hearted. And she's putting Tyler Perry and DL Hughley and Kevin Hart, she's holding them accountable for the huge part of the manipulative industry. at the end, she is doing too much complaining. Make your own production, your own Black production, Monique. My words to you. Stop begging Netflix. Stop begging Universal, whoever, Paramount, Peacock. Stop begging them. Make your own production. Go to Tubi. Start from there. Go to YouTube. Shoot. You make more money on YouTube. Look at Country Wayne. I mean, dang. Country Wayne making more money off Facebook and YouTube than all them put together. DL Hughley, Monique, Cat Williams, all them. Monique, you can do it yourself. And stop begging Netflix. Stop blaming DL Hughley. Stop blaming Tyler Perry. You and Taraji P. Henson. Do y'all know that it's a YouTube and Facebook game? TikTok is a TikTok game now. That's what it is. Y'all too stubborn not to want to follow Country Wayne because y'all old school, y'all stuck in y'all ways, y'all don't want to listen. When it's time for a new era, you got to listen to the youngsters. Old school, my old school people, y'all have to start listening to the youngsters. The new trend is going to make you money. You got to get on Facebook. You got to get on Instagram. You got to get on TikTok. And you won't even have to ask or beg or blame Tyler Perry, Netflix, DL Hughley, Kevin Hart for nothing. You too stubborn to listen to Country Wayne, to do what he do. Let him teach you. You got to be a student now. To make money in this era now, y'all have to be y'all old school, y'all old heads. Y'all got to be students of the younger generation now. Because that's where the money at now. Y'all just surviving off residuals and doing all those shows. Y'all heard Country Wayne. He ain't doing all those shows. He ain't going around to try to make his money. He making his money offline. And y'all could do it. Get your skits together. DL Hughley, you can use a little message in this too. Monique, get your skits together. You and your husband, won't y'all do skits like Miss Netta and her boyfriend or whatever is going on. Y'all could be the new Miss Netta. You can cook for your man. You can show social media. You can get views off of that. Get out your shells. You can't make money the old school way no more. You can't do it that way. It's a new way to make money. And you can't depend on Netflix and Tyler Perry and DL Hughley and Kevin Hart to pay. Like she said in Club Shay Shay, Kevin Hart fronted her some money. These was people who was coming through for you. Tyler Perry, these people who was coming through for you. DL Hughley, these were people who was coming through for you. But your little old school behind decide not to listen because these dudes, they got Kevin Hart. I mean, come on. Kevin Hart has got down with the trend a little. Kevin Hart ain't with the trend. But you didn't jump on Kevin Hart's trend. You didn't jump on Kevin Hart's bus at the time. When Kevin Hart was popping, Kevin Hart was the SHI Tiggity. And you could have jumped on that trend. You could have jumped to the trend of the Tyler Perry. But you didn't want to do it their way. You wanted to do it Monique's way. Y'all do not let Monique manipulate y'all. She's a manipulator, her and her husband. I won't say that in a bad way. I say Monique got a good heart, but she's persuasive, very persuasive. And she is the leader. You can tell between both of them, she's the leader. Oh, wow. You can tell between both of them that she is the leader. She makes the most sense. She has the most powerful voice. When she was talking, I was all lip into it. When he got to talking, I was falling asleep. Like Monique has the power. She's very powerful. And don't think just because she's a woman in this. No, Monique is the powerhouse of that relationship. And everything that she says makes total sense. He was drifting off. Monique is very inspirational, poetic. She know what the heck she's doing. But she know how to let her man talk when it's time for him to talk. That's why they still together. That's why he's still happy. I see that smile on his face. They got a plan. But I see that she's a leader. And it's okay, fellas. It's okay in certain relationships if you let your woman lead. Because some of y'all fellas need to be led in a relationship. Some of y'all need to be led because y'all incapable of lead. All men aren't leaders. Just because you a man, that don't make you a leader. I don't know what you thought. So it's okay if you know you ain't a leader and you prefer to take the back seat, like in this case with Monique and her husband, that you do let your lady lead. Because if you lead, you're going to lead the relationship straight to hell. So this is the perfect match. He knows how to let his woman lead. So there ain't nothing wrong, fellas. It ain't nothing wrong with letting your lady lead if you're not a capable leader. Like in this case, Monique is the woman. Like when a woman in the leading relationship, she's the woman. You gotta say it like that. She's the woman. That's what you fellas, when your woman is the leader in a relationship, you got to say, you the woman. You got to emphasize that man. For real. So yes, when it all comes down to it, Monique is what I could say. Monique is asking and blaming. She's asking a lot, but blaming and putting too much of her own responsibilities, accountabilities, rather I say, accountabilities. She don't want to take the Country Wayne route now. None of the old school comedians want to take the Country Wayne route. Country Wayne is making so much money off this internet. These people want to beg Netflix. The old school, they begging Netflix to pay them. But guess what? Country Wayne said he funded his own Netflix. Oh, oh. Monique, can you fund your own Netflix? DL Hughley, Michael Blackston, Dave Chappelle. Can you fund your own Netflix? And that's what Country Wayne did. He didn't beg Netflix. He's like, can Netflix how much? No. So it's her fault. Monique, I hope somebody tag Monique in this because this is a vital lesson for her to learn and listen to. Monique, you need to create your own production. You need what's good, Bam? I can't see it in Facebook here. Monique, you need to hire Country Wayne. You need to get in Country Wayne skits. For real. A lot of these comedians don't want to do that because they got so much pride. They got a whole lot of pride. You don't want to get in Country Wayne skits? Oh, well, you ain't gonna make it because Country Wayne is running the internet. When it comes to making Desi, what's his name? Desi, I forgot his last name. Just Hilarious in them. Running the internet. A lot of these internet comedians making so much money off streams. And they making more money than Monique and DL Hughley and all those old school and Faison Love and them. All those old school comedians that just hating. I say hating on Country Wayne. Like it's a lot of old school comedians is hating on Country Wayne. They don't want to do it, but at the same time, they have to go under Country Wayne's wings because if they don't go under Country Wayne's wings, they don't want to go in competition with Country Wayne because they're gonna get blown out the ballpark. Because Country Wayne has established a drama, like a soap opera, funny drama that's never before. Let me tell y'all something. The way through the internet comedians is through Country Wayne now. Country Wayne is the king of comedy now. I'm gonna say that again. Country Wayne is the king of comedy. You cannot be successful on the internet without Country Wayne. You got to go through Country Wayne. You have to get up under his wings. And a lot of these old school comedians would never. And he making more money than all of them now. Monique, baby. Babies. Stop begging Netflix. Stop blaming Tyler Perry, DL Hughley. Stop blaming Kevin Hart. Stop blaming the industry. You're gonna have to get up under Country Wayne's wings. You gotta be on one of his skits. You can't beat him. You can't make your own. I'll tell you like that. You can't make your own. You gotta be employed by Country Wayne. Get in Country Wayne skits. That's the only way you're gonna make it, baby. Tyler Perry can't pay you like Country Wayne can. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Tyler Perry, no, he can't. Netflix don't even want to pay you. Come on, you go up under Country Wayne wings, you're gonna get paid for life. And that's all I got on this, y'all. Hit the like button, notifications. Most of all, subscribe, and let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know what y'all think. It's good to have y'all feedback. I appreciate everybody for joining the live tonight. What's good, Bam? Dave. My brother. Hold on, let me see. Dave, my brother Dave. Dave here's to help. Subscribe to Dave is here to help. What's up, Patricia, my sister, my blood sister? Patricia Ramirez, what's good? Patricia, my sister. I was over Sheen's house yesterday, Patricia. I just went to see her house, her beautiful house. She ain't got a beautiful house. A real beautiful house. That's my first time seeing it. We blasted O'Neill's. I'm like, wow. I mean, my God. I'm so proud of my family. Thank everybody for joining tonight. Appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the playback. And I am out. I will be back tomorrow and I will be back Saturday night. So I'm going back to the everyday live again. So everyday lives coming back. Everyday lives. And we got a lot more to talk about. Peace.